Okay. I was just opening a little bubble gum. You know how I love my bubble gum at the end of the day. Clearly my teeth do not love my bubble gum. The nerve of him coming in here. The nerve. Just want to remind everybody who turned on who. I didn't turn on him, he turned on me. But I'm not going to sit back and listen to him do 7 streams where he says horrible things about me. And yes, he did call me up very late one night. It was maybe around midnight. And he says, "You're not going to believe this. Lady Gaga just called me and said she wanted to buy one of my songs." Now, this is months ago. He makes up a lot of stories when he is manic. That was one of them. Of course, I rolled my eyes. Then I thought to myself, dude, nobody's buying any of your songs because you don't have any talent. No, I tell them to his face, I just don't think he has any talent. He's a very mediocre guitar player, very mediocre. And at least I was honest, him. I mean, come on. There's Bean Sprout. I was just talking to Bean Sprout today. We were chit-chatting back and forth on text message. She's weathering the storm out there in Florida, trying to stay safe and alive. So I just wanted to squash a few theories from yesterday before I get on to what I really want to talk about. I did not call the authorities on Mark Terry that night. I definitely did not. Mark was in good hands. He was with his wife and he was with Noodles and his roommate, and there was no need for me to interfere in that. I have no idea why he chooses to blame me when it was so obvious that Lolly and Camilla did it, because they did it live. Hi, Judge Jenny. They did it live. And I'm not a rogue mod either, so there you go. BS. My left leg is killing me. I'm going to have a little smoke here to ease some pain. I don't know if I have a sciatic nerve or some pinched nerve or something, but my left leg has been bothering me all week. It could be a rheumatoid arthritis flare. I'm just not sure. Could have been anyone, Magda. You know, what a second. Okay, so Jakey Poo did a video today, and the video was that he spoke to Noodles in confidence, and he says, "I'm sorry, Noodles, I'm not holding this confidence. I'm going to tell people that you slept with Mrs. T because he didn't want to keep it a secret." So he started that rumor. Whether it's true or not, I don't really know, but I know it's very strange that Noodles did not make an appearance that night until, what was it, midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning? I find that very odd. We never got a straight answer from him, even though we asked. Hi, Tally. We never got a straight answer from him about what exactly happened because he won't talk. I don't know why he won't talk. He's trying to protect Mrs. T. Now, I'm going to say something. It's not going to be very popular, but I don't believe for 1 second. I didn't stab you in the back. You're going to have me in jail? No, you're just lying. All you've done is lie. All I've done was try to protect you and have some fun with you. I wasn't involved in all this nonsense. I never called the police on you. I didn't rogue your, it's all not true. But you choose to believe all of your trolls. That's fine. You turned on me when you started calling me a bitch and things like that. I don't appreciate that. I would never call you those names. You're going to sue him? First of all, you're not having surgery because you're still driving home from Alabama and you'd have to see a surgeon, and a surgeon's not going to book you in right away. Not that quick, not unless it's an emergency. I'm not in on the act. That's right. I don't go along with those games, Mark. You knew that from the very beginning. I'm not going to go along with those little petty games. I'm not a child. I don't understand bipolar. I've tried to learn about it, but I really don't understand it because people with bipolar they all act differently. They come to the same conclusion where they have a warped perception of reality, that I've decided. And the stories you've told me, and you've sent me long text messages, and none of those stories are true. You're trying to scam me into believing. What is the Bergen County? I don't live in New Jersey. I don't know what that has to do with me. The prosecutor. I'm not making any false claims against you. Oh, that sounds like fun. It's too hot for that here. He means David. I did not hear anything about Tammy. You threw yourself down the stairs. You even made a point of saying, oh, I better not fall. I better not fall. And you threw yourself down the stairs. And then you acted like Bergs and demanded money by screaming and demanding somebody light you up. Nobody wants that anymore. We've already experienced that with Elvis Travels, and Bergs. We're not into giving money to somebody who's demanding money. What right do you have to anybody's money? Get a job, you bummer. Get a job. But don't come after me because of your, oh Jesus, because of your insecurities. I don't think so. Oh yeah. Oh, now you're having surgery in Memphis, really. Don't call you a liar. Look, you've lied about so many things. You lied about so many things. It's too much. Listen, and I agree with Nick on one thing. Nick doesn't like the game playing either, although he has played games in the past. They're not, he didn't like these games either. You know what? He has mental illness, and we have to all take that in consideration. But I don't think a mental illness gives you the right to be cruel. And when I say that, I mean the way you treated your wife, calling her a bitch and calling her your obedient wife, and go in the house and embarrassing Noodles in front of his neighbors. Would he let these fools hang themselves? Oh yeah, I know. I think he already is. He wasn't a gracious guest by the way he behaved. Now, we all watched him behave badly in the restaurant. I wouldn't have tolerated that by anybody. I would have left. No, I understand, Mary, but his is quite severe, and he did tell us from the very beginning. Mark did admit that he had issues, and I get that. I just didn't realize how bad they were. And when I was, having some fun with him and on his, on his live stream, I really didn't take into consideration that maybe this is part of his mental illness. Because when I told him how funny he was, he didn't believe it. He wanted to be known to be a musician. Well, I told him I don't think he's very talented. But then he started calling himself a comedian. And I thought, oh, okay, now he realizes he's funny. But we're laughing at him and we're not laughing with him. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to bash somebody who has a mental illness. But again, I also don't appreciate somebody slandering my name too. I'm going around telling these ridiculous stories, doing these small live streams and accusing me of things. Sit on it for 7 hours a day. I don't know. He definitely needs something. Because he said he's had mental illness all his life, and I don't know how you can live with somebody with that type of mental illness, especially a person who refuses to work while his wife works. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, we just saw his living conditions at 50-something years old. He doesn't have a pot to piss in. He certainly doesn't own that manufactured house or whatever that house is. He doesn't own it. He's renting it, and it's all coming out of his wife's pocket. It's not entertaining. Well, I thought it was because he said, high energy and all that. It's a lot at times. It gets a little too much. But then when he started bashing on Kimberly and Kimberly was crying, at first I was like, come on, Kimberly, he's only kidding. But he's not. He's actually not kidding. I don't think so. I agree. I wish I could understand it too. You know what? Droll Troll is spot on. She says, I wish, or he or she says, I wish I understand his illness so I could have compassion. But the lies, too many lies for compassion. I agree. I wanted to be supportive, but I can't be supportive when he's online saying all that crazy stuff. I can't support that. And I don't want to court it or engage in it anymore because he isn't well. I understand he was having panic attacks and saying he was going to die. Now, people having panic attacks or having PTSD, they tend to say that. So, I felt bad for him, but his anger towards people who never bothered him and hitting Noodles and screaming at his neighbors and cursing and being abusive to the police officers, I'm not going to go along with that. Miss You Cases think Mark is kind of handsome. Okay, but, looks doesn't mean anything if you're an iffy person. That's right. How do we know what's true and not? You see, when you lie that often, hi Uni, when you lie that often, it's really impossible to know what's true. And it had me second guess everything the entire evening. Yeah, he did. He did assault Noodles. Okay, Mr. T, if you want to come up and explain, you can explain, but you've got some apologies to make. Because remember, you came for me for no reason. And you accused me of doing things that I didn't do. I don't sit around and plot and plan things. I don't sit around and call Noodles and say, let's do this, let's do that. I don't do that. I'm not involved in that sort of behavior. Was the fight? I have no idea. I mean, his outburst on the lawn and yelling at the neighbors, I can't imagine Noodles would go along with that. That was very, very bad behavior. And you're shameless about it. You didn't apologize. You never apologized for it. And when you got back in the car the next day, you didn't explain what was going on. You went right back to your acting and the woo, thinking you're something spectacular and lying about a job you had and going back on the weekend. I don't know what you expect. You had me put in a mental ward for fun? Don't be ridiculous. I never did any such thing, Mark. He's sending me text messages. I did no such thing. Absolutely not. I don't know why you would think that. I never called any authorities. The only person I spoke to that night was Noodles, and he said everything was under control. It's not my business to be making phone calls for you when your wife is there and Noodles is there. I'm not a part of that. I don't know how I would feel if I was there. Maybe if I was there, I may have called, but it wasn't. I didn't know what was real and what wasn't real. For all I knew, it was all staged and fake. But I did not call any authorities. So please get that out of your head. And it was done live by Lolly and Camilla. They did it live. And they thought it was real funny. Well, I personally wouldn't have thought that was funny. If somebody is having a mental breakdown, I don't think that's funny. I can't laugh at that. Because, if someone is hurting, I'm starting to sound like Lolly, hurting emotionally, I'm not going to mock that. And that's crazy. Why would I do that? But you've been calling me a liar all day long. And last night, all day. I'm not going to tune in. I'm afraid I'm going to go to bed early. I'm really tired. She went through it too. I just followed her on Instagram, so I don't really know. Yeah, well, I didn't turn on Mark at all. If he was going through a hard time, I would have supported him, but it's impossible to support somebody who doesn't, want your support. Totally fine. He's not coming up. But I'm not going to sit around and let you say things that are not true. You don't even check your facts. The things that come out of your mouth are lies. I know Lady Gaga didn't call you up in the middle of the night and want to buy your songs. Come on. First of all, she writes her own songs. We already know that. You need to pull yourself together, Mark. You need to get the mental health that you need and the proper medication. You're destroying the lives around you. And I'm sorry, I have lost all respect for Mrs. T. I said it before on my own stream, and I said it on Noodle's stream. She knew what was up, she knew what was going on, and yet she still got in her car, wasted what little money she had, and drove to Noodles. Why would she do that unless she's in on it? I wouldn't want to get in the car with you for 16 hours where you're bouncing off the ceiling of the car. I mean, come on. All that wooing, that would drive me nuts. Yeah. People were making fun of her. Yeah, well, you know what? This is the thing. We have to take responsibility for our own behavior. I do as well. And when I go after somebody and they come after me, I can't sit back and cry about it. T-Nation, don't. Yes, you were panel hopping. You went on Camillo's. You said some horrible things about me even before this even happened. You called me evil. Like, a friend doesn't do that. I never called you evil. I never called you names. But then it makes me think back of all the things that you've done to other people. And I'm thinking, wow, I was going along with this because I thought it was all fun and games. It's now become impossible to know who's real and who isn't. In other words, it's impossible to know who's playing a game, who's acting, who's playing a character. And it's crying wolf is what you're doing, crying wolf. That's why nobody believes you. Well, I understand that, and I can sympathize with the fact that you have mental illness. I'm not here to bash you. I'm just here to tell my truth because you were making stories up about me, and I'm here to defend myself. I can't defend you, Mr. T, because I'm having trouble believing you at this point. I'm having trouble believing you for the past 3 days. And you know why? I've asked for an explanation before you even got in the car. You can't work right now. You can. If you go on the right medication, you need to snap out of it and be a man. Okay? Be a man and support your wife. But you don't want to do that. And that's your business and that's your life and your problem. It's not mine. And I'm not going to hold your hand and pretend everything's okay when everything is not okay. So I can't joke and have fun with you when I know you have a really serious mental illness, which you told everybody from the very beginning you had it for a long time. Tammy chooses not to be medicated, though. Well, in the early days, she was constantly stalking and harassing that Corey guy. And, I've seen that behavior before. But again, if we know somebody is that mentally ill, we just need to stay away from them. When Linda is in trouble with why would I be in trouble? Explain to me what I did to you, Mark. Why would I be in trouble with any authorities? I haven't done anything to you. I haven't called any authorities. So I don't know what you're talking about. You see, you're coming in here making threats to me. You're tired? Well, I'm tired of these little games. My lies? Name one lie. Okay, just name one. Go ahead, name one lie. You're going to believe the stories these idiots tell you? Listen, I told you that Les was bad news. You didn't want to listen to me, and that's fine. I don't want to be a part of it. Exactly. You don't. That's right. That's right. So therefore, I'm gone. Like you said, you gone, I'm gone. I'm not going to bother you, and I'm not going to talk about you. I'm just going to defend myself. You got it? That's why I'm up here defending myself. You're continually lying about me. I have every right to defend myself. I don't know what you think I lied about. I spoke to Noodles that night. He knows I didn't call anybody. He knows damn well I didn't call anybody. I asked him, did you call an ambulance? He said, no, everything's under control. And why would I call them? I'm not there. I'm not going to blindly call authorities because you're acting crazy. Why would I do that? I don't know whether anything you say is the truth. And you did throw yourself down the stairs. We all saw it. If you didn't have it together, Linda, you'd still what? I know you don't have it together. I understand that now. And that's not true. First of all, you weren't 5150. They put you in the hospital overnight to calm you down, and they released you the next day. I wasn't a part of that, Mark. I was not a part of that. And I'd be careful who you accuse, okay? Because it was done on a live stream, and Lolly and Camillo called the police. First of all, I've never called CPS on anybody. The only person I called Adult Protective Services on Bergs, the way he was abusing his family. But I've never called CPS. So that's not true. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm telling you right now, it didn't happen. And I would be the first person to admit it if I did, because I'm not afraid of admitting things. Hi, JD. Nice to see you. Hi, Sharon. I don't know what you expect. I really don't know what you expect. We see that you need help. We all see that you need help. No, he's fine. He has it in his head that I made some phone calls that I didn't. And it's just ridiculous. It never happened. I went to bed. Your thing was still on. Your live stream was going on till the wee hours of the morning. I told you she would play this card. What card is that, Lydia? Like, what card is that? Remember, he was calling me all these names. I was in his chat trying to figure out what was going on, just like everybody else. And everybody in the chat was trying to support him and trying to help him. Okay. Well, you have every right for disability, regardless of how much your wife makes. It doesn't interfere with that. If you're disabled, you're disabled. It doesn't matter how much you've worked all your life. You're entitled to disability, just like everybody else is. Well, Lydia, if you can explain, maybe I can. If you can explain what you mean by that. No, I didn't, Lydia. I swear to God, I did not make that call. If I did, I would say I did. But I didn't need to make that call. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. I had already spoken to Noodles. I asked what was happening. He said everything was under control. Mrs. T was there. He was there. His roommate was there. There was no reason for me to interfere in that. And you know that John Camillo and Lolly called the police. They did it live. It's still up. They called live on a live stream. Yeah, I don't know why anyone is saying that. It's absolutely ridiculous to think I would just no. What do you mean, whatevs? Lydia, do you want me to play it? I could play it if my secret manager can find the stream. I can play it. Well, whoever it is, they have their information incorrect. And if it's true that you hurt yourself and you need surgery, well, I'm sorry for that. But we did see you throw yourself down the stairs. You know you never Mark, all you do is lie, honey. All you do is lie. But that's your bipolar talking half the time. Your bipolar is making you say things that aren't true. The fact that he doesn't lie. Char isn't here? Oh, hi, Charlotte. I mean, come on, guy. I know you tell tall stairs. Tell tall tales for entertainment. I get that, but unfortunately, the crying wolf. It's hard to believe when something really happens. We saw you walking down, trying to walk down the stairs, saying over and over and over. You spent 20 minutes telling everybody how you fell and how Mrs. T fell and how you don't want to fall and you're holding on. Next thing you know, you fling yourself down the stairs. You know, come on. And then you started screaming to light you up, demanding it. All right, you fell down the stairs. I don't have a reputation, so who cares? Everybody knows I'm a horrible person. Everybody knows I beat my children. Everybody knows I've killed my husband. It doesn't matter to me. My channel doesn't matter to me. My real life matters to me. And the people that I actually care about on YouTube matter to me. The people that have supported me, they matter to me. Well, that's fine. If that's what you believe, that's fine. It makes no difference because there is video proof. So, whatever. I can't, go on everybody's panel and say, listen, I didn't do it because I didn't. I don't see the point in doing that. I hardly ever speak to you. And when I do speak to you, you're half out of your mind on a manic episode that you can't make heads or tails of the conversation. You've never been honest with me. I asked you why you were in Camillo's calling me evil and saying you're going to do horrible things. I mean, I saw the screenshots. Why would you do that? I didn't think we had a problem at that point. I had no idea why you said that. I have always supported your channel. I have always tried to lift you up in spirits. But so has Kimberly. Okay, I understand, and I wish you well, and I hope it goes well. Well, unfortunately, you put yourself through that by your behavior. Start taking responsibility for your behavior, Mark. You put yourself in that situation. You hit my cousin. You hit him. Hands are for holding, not for hitting. He was a gracious host to you, and you treated him very poorly for your own selfish reasons so that you can have attention. I'm guilty as sin. What receipts? Own it now? No, investigate anything you want. No, I'm looking forward to the investigation. It's beyond ridiculous. No call from me. Anyone can check my phone. I never made any call. No, you know what, Kenneth? I believe that his wife is in on this. Because why would she drive all the way to New Jersey? I wouldn't want to live like that. Yeah, he is. That's why I can't believe you hit him. You had no right putting your hands on him. He didn't do anything to you. Lydia, I didn't turn on him. It's the complete opposite. He turned on me. Don't get it twisted, Lydia. You're being ridiculous. All right? I have every right to discuss it, considering Mark keeps repeating my name over and over and saying I did something. Why would someone with traumatic brain injury throw themselves down the stairs so I could die? Why would you scream you're dying, and why would you insist you're being arrested? Nobody knows why you did those things. We saw you trying to convince us that you didn't want to fall. Next thing you fell. What are the chances? I don't know anything about brain surgery. And what does that have to do with me anyway, Mr. T? You were the one lying about me, so what does that have to do with me? You didn't nearly die. He was having a panic attack or a PTS attack. People say they're going to die when they're having an attack. Okay, that's fine. If that's your truth, I understand you believe that's your truth. But you know what my truth is? I didn't call anybody to have you committed, Mark. That's my truth. If I did, the first person I would have told was Magda, and the second person I would have told was Charlotte, because basically they're the only two people I communicate with on DM. I do communicate with Renee on Instagram, but we don't have those type of in-depth conversations. We talk about how cute her baby is, her little grandbaby, who's absolutely freaking adorable. Oh, wish we could clone that little baby and provide the entire world with babies that look just like that little Gerber baby. I'm not going to jail. You can clip anything you like, honey, but I'm not going to jail because I didn't do anything. Mrs. D pushed Mark down the stairs. Yeah, he's not listening. When you have bipolar, you don't listen. I got mad. The only time I got mad is when you started calling me a bitch in the chat. There was no need for that. I didn't do anything that warranted that type of behavior. I didn't do anything that I deserved to be called that in a live chat. That's a good question, Mary. I will be. But it doesn't matter, Boyd Garden, whether I've been honest or not. Again, we're on YouTube. I keep my personal life to myself. I've decided not to discuss any details about my relationships or anything like that. I don't even put my camera on anymore. Because you learn people use everything against you. But there was no reason to lie about something like that. If I had made a call, I would have just said I made a call. I don't need to be afraid of that. Why would I need to be afraid of that? Oh, I'm sorry, Boyd Guardian. I'm sorry. People really cared about you that night. You had a lot of people worried about you. They really did. There was only a small number of people who were basically not sympathetic to it, but it was only a small number. No, I don't believe the screaming and ranting was fake, because I can see you had sort of look of terror in your eyes. And I have experienced people with PTSD who think they're going to die when they're having a panic attack. So I've seen that before. And so I'm not saying you fake that. But again, I heard how abusive you were to the police when you walked out. You walked out and you were screaming at them and, arrest me, arrest me. I mean, you are so lucky they didn't beat the living daylights out of you right there. You are so lucky, because 9 out of 10 times, possibly in Alabama or anyone else, you'd probably be dead the way you behave. No police officer would ever handle that where you come from. We'll address it one day soon. I'm hoping she gets better a bit. Oh, geez. You mean Tammy? Yeah, panic attacks are terrible, and you do feel like you're going to die. Who's Neodly? Neodly got drunk and attacked me. Who's that? Who's Neodly? I don't know who that is. Noodles attacked you? Stop gaslighting? I don't know why you think I'm gaslighting. And he attacked you. Well, unfortunately, you admitted to attacking him over and over and over in the video. You said you knocked him clear out, knocked him right out, and he was still lying on the lawn. Those were your words, Mark. I'm just repeating what you said. Of course, I wasn't there. And we can speculate all we want, but we're just going by your words and what you had said. This is called manipulation, huh, Lydia? Can anyone please help me out here? Because I don't see where I'm manipulating anybody. I just don't see how I can be manipulating the situation. We're just going by what we witness. Boyd Guardian says, you said you attacked him because he raised the rent from 7 to 1,000. Well, I don't believe for 1 second that he's going to want you back in. He's already told me you're not welcome there. Even though he's saying online in live stream you are, that's not the text messages I received. No, we're not going to. See, whenever you throw out that emotional blackmail, it doesn't work. It doesn't work on us. Nobody cares. We don't care whether you're enrolled into surgery. You brought that on yourself. You brought that on yourself. And I hope you are well, and I hope you get through it fine. I don't wish any ill will on you or any physical type of harm. I hope everything works out fine, but you did bring that on yourself. And he looked to that. Again, and that's our responsibility. Why? And we should care why. So you can behave badly and we have to feel bad because you're being wheeled into surgery for your own stupid nonsense? I don't think so. I don't think that it works like that, Mark. Like somebody said before, it's really hard to feel sorry for you when we saw how you behaved. This is not manipulation. This is the truth. Right, that's right. Some people take YouTube very seriously. So that night when you were having a meltdown, you had a lot of people who were very worried about you. And you should have addressed those supporters by telling people either you're okay, you should have addressed them properly. Instead, you went into your ridiculous Mr. T rants all day. You didn't thank people for caring about you and sending good wishes. You didn't do that. You started placing blame and accusations. I'd still be in, I don't know what that word is, OWA wars if I was Monic Linda Own. Own what? What would you like me to own? Is that even the real Mr. T? Hold on, I just want to blow my nose. I have not had you put anywhere. You had you put somewhere. It wasn't me. It was your behavior. It had nothing to do with me. It's a fake. So that's not really Mr. T? I don't understand it either, will be. I think a lot of people that have the same issues as Mark understood what he meant by saying I'm dying. Yeah. I mean, I felt bad even when Nick shot himself. Yeah. I think somebody could lose a hand like that, That's a heavy punishment for an accident. Okay, you talked beforehand. Well, then, you could be suckered in by all that, mumbo jumbo he talks and woo, woo. You can be suckered in by that all you want, but I'm not going to entertain somebody who has a severe mental illness. I'm not going to sit here and make fun of him either. Exactly, Mary. He should really be focusing on his mental health and not be creating waves on YouTube and making things worse, because I feel like he's making things a lot worse by doing this. This narrative of I'm the victim, I'm going to sue your cousin, you're going to have a criminal investigation. You know how many times I have heard that? I'm still waiting for Lolly's FBI to come and visit me. Oh, he owes me an apology for sure, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. Well, you know what? We all watched you, Mark. We watched you. All right. You can take me to court. Why should I be afraid of being taken to court? I didn't do anything wrong. I never made any phone calls. You got to stop it, Lydia, because I'm really getting pissed off with you. You're being absolutely ridiculous. I did not make any calls to anybody that night. What I did. That's right. He put himself in that situation. He made such a fuss about not falling down the stairs that he fell down the stairs. Oops. What do you think? That wasn't deliberate? It was so deliberate. I'd love to show it, Magda. Any chance you can present it with it right at that moment and I'll play it? Jakey Poo. Jakey Poo's so sweet. I spoke to him privately. It was so nice to hear his voice. I'm not dragging you. You have been dragging me for 3 days, dude. And we saw you throw yourself down the stairs. We saw you do it. Everyone saw you. You didn't trip and fall. You threw yourself. That's something that you do, Mark. That's your gig. That's part of your mental illness. Stop blaming everybody else for your behavior. Honestly, stop blaming other people. What's the big deal? Well, you never put your hands on anyone, Mark. It's not only illegal, but it's morally wrong, especially hitting somebody that was hosting you for the night and taking you out. I don't really know what a sucker punch is. What is a sucker punch? I mean, is it just a punch? What does the word sucker have to do with a punch? Okay, I'm going to show the video. Okay. Here we go. Ready when you are. I don't hear anything. Is it playing? I don't hear anything. All right. What is happening? Is it playing? Secret manager? There's no sound. I know there's no sound. No audio. Now look at how many people are saying that I didn't call. Take it down. Yes, I can. Okay. She's fixing it now. Okay. Because I watched you. I watched your videos every time you came up because you were blasting me in every single one of them. And I wanted to hear the lies you were telling about me. You came on bitching and complaining about being locked up. First you said you were in jail, then you weren't in jail, then you were in the hospital, then you were this, then you were that. Nobody knows what was going on. Yeah, we sure do, Mary. And I don't care about my reputation. If I called, I would have said so. Do you think I care? If anyone on YouTube thinks about me? I mean, really? If I really did care, I wouldn't be on YouTube. Mark, you're wasting your time. You have lied so much. You have no credibility at all. That's Boyd Guardian that has said that. Yeah, don't put your hands on people. I have no idea why you felt the need to hit anyone. I mean, it just proves a lot of things about you. Now that we know you've done that, we wonder how often you've hit Mrs. T. You know? Oh, yeah, I care about a few people. Yeah, of course. There's Bean Sprout. I totally love Bean Sprout. Yeah, I can't imagine being angry enough to want to hit somebody. I've never in my life. And I know you're saying, oh, but you got arrested for it. No, I got arrested and it wasn't for that. It was dropped. It was because the police officers didn't like me in this town because I always do all the picketing and things like that. If I let David threatening me and raising my rent. Raising your rent? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding? What do you mean your rent? Did you really think that you were going to rent a room from him? The way you behave? You think that was going to be tolerated? Right. Yeah, your own words, Mark, throw you under the bus. Nobody else's words need to throw you under the bus. Every time you open your mouth, you throw yourself under the bus. No, you need Jesus and Thorazine. That's the only way to get through this. You need to be heavily medicated. And I can't honestly imagine any woman on this planet who would want to spend their life with you when you behave that way. To be thrown into drama 24/7, keeping your wife up. I heard your wife doesn't even sleep with you, that you sleep on the couch. She's probably afraid of you. I know. He does. I hate when people hide behind religion. Bean Sprout. Bean Sprout. The wallpaper is hideous. Oh my God. He's too much of a coward to come up and talk about it. Way too much of a coward. Well, it's definitely a little sad. Oh, quit lying. Well, I have a text message that said you won't be coming back. Do you want me to show the text message he sent me? Contrary to what you think, it's the complete opposite of what you just said. Oh, this is nice. This is what he says. This is what the text message he says. That was great. Now get off me and enjoy stream tonight at 10. First of all, dude, I'm going to be asleep because I have to go to work and I'm very, very tired. Your surgery, well, that's all you're doing. That's nothing to do with me. I since stopped really caring about what happens to you at this point after I was pushed aside and called a bitch and horrible names. So I don't think you're going to get much compassion from me at this moment. You took him out to eat. Well, the entire trip, you said you didn't have $1 in your pocket. So I don't know how that was possible that you had any money. You mean your wife paid for it? Is that what you're saying? Your wife? Because you don't work? You're capable of working. I can't stand when I see able-bodied people try to claim they're not capable. I see people with Down syndrome who work in the grocery store. I see people that don't have legs who have jobs. You're using your mental health as a crutch. Noodles paid for the dinner. Yeah, Noodles paid for it. We watched him sign the check, give the card. So, you lie, and yet we see receipts. Oh my God, Mary, shut up. Look what Mary said, Magda. I'll stick on you like a tick. It's not my fault, Mary. This YouTube makes you behave, and it's crazy. It really does. You know, in real life, you don't have to face these situations. You don't know how to respond to them. Magda's trying to get my attention. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to lie down. My back was kidding me. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Dun dun dun. Gotta put the volume up. It's not working, honey. There's no volume. There's no sound. Advertise. You didn't advertise. Nobody knew where you were. You didn't tell the address. You didn't show any food. Come on. That's BS. You're not YouTube famous, dude. Yeah, he does have the manners of Billy Goat. I mean, talk about hillbilly. I mean, he literally is the epitome of a hillbilly. Yeah. Well, this is how you treated her when she was donating to you and financially supporting you on your channel, and you treated her like crap, and you sent her off crying. Yeah, I know. He was acting like a lunatic. Is it on hmm. I don't know why we can't hear it. Is it your computer that needs the volume up? Oh, I don't believe that for 1 second that you got 100 subs. From nobody was paying any attention to you. Come on. Okay, take it down, and she'll just play the audio. Okay. Do you want me to add you, secret manager? Do you want me to add you to the stream? Hit share audio. This one? Okay, Magda, you're on the screen. How would I know, Mark? I went to work the next day. I didn't care. They're telling you to fix it. Okay, I'll take you down. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm a dreamer. YouTube is overloaded with people like you. You even take their dialogue. I mean, Bergs took Elvis's dialogue. You're taking Berg's dialogue. You just repeat everything they say. It's not original. None of them made anything out of their lives on YouTube. None of them. They're all bummers, as you call them, or losers. And you taking on this persona that you're a king or an emperor, just like Bergs, on demanding money, that's never worked in the past. You have to be original. You have to think of something else. Magda's gonna cam up in the shower. Then we find out Magda is what's a male name for Magda? Is a dude. She hates when I say that, but we don't know, do we? I did say that. I thought you were going to make it big. I thought you were going to go way past mangoes and have a following, but I didn't realize how severe your mental health was. And that's the only thing that's going to keep you back. I mean, there's one thing at being entertaining, which you normally are very entertaining, but it's another thing when you are abusive, and you were abusive. Okay. She's ready.
Are you kidding me, Bader?
Lolly talking to a robot. It's unbelievable.
A pussy, he fears the cops.
Doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, Bader. How have you been?
Fireworks off.
Yeah.
Fireworks are going off.
Does that scare Noodles?
Can we fast forward a little bit, because I don't want to get in trouble with using too much of the material.
There's no hate for Bader, though.
Zach, let's call the tire woman first.
Okay.
Who's the
Fire
tire?
one more time, and then
Yes.
Thanks.
7 7.
yeah.
All right, let's try Bergen County Sheriff's Office.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 6 4 6 4 7 7.
What's that popping noise?
I think Mark Terry needs to get checked out.
All right, let's try Bergen County Sheriff's Office.
Not funny. Such a big joke for these people. Yeah, that's Camillo, Lolly, and Bader. Two grown adults, all over 55, playing little juvenile baby games like they're in high school.
You have reached the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, please enter it now. To dial by last name, press 9. For Sheriff Operations, press 2. For the Office of the Sheriff, press 3. For the Bergen County Jail, press 4. For the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, press 5. For civil process, which includes foreclosures, garnishments, writs, summons, and complaints, press 6. To speak to a dispatcher, press 7. For the operator,
Bergen County Communications, PC Guardiano.
Hello.
Um,
County Communications, how can I help you?
Oh my God, Camille Lewis like brain dead.
what's the address, Lolly?
I'm sorry?
Can you believe these idiots?
Hello.
They're like the Three Stooges.
David Foldo residence. Lolly, you gonna talk?
You have reached the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. If you know your
Lolly,
extension, please enter it now. To dial by last name, press 9. For
who knows
sheriff's
the address?
operations, press 2. For the office of the sheriff, press 3. For the Bergen County Jail, press 4. For the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, press 5. For civil process, which includes foreclosures, garnishments, writs, summons and complaints, press 6. To speak to a dispatcher, press 7. For the operator, press
Lolly.
0. You have reached the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. If this is an
Lolly.
emergency, hang up and dial.
No, I know, they're all idiots. They're like the Three Stooges.
Why are you on mute?
The address is 399 Beach
Bergen
Street.
County Communications, POST Young, how can I help you?
399 Beach Street.
Sorry?
399 Beach Street.
What
There's a fellow by the name of Mark Terry who's visiting over there.
Ah,
He's
sure.
going,
399 Beach Street, what town? Sir, you're calling the county police. We have lots of beach streets. What town are you trying to call?
What is wrong with these idiots?
Washington Township.
Washington Township, you have to call them directly, sir. Hold on. Let me put you over to them.
Lolly. Lolly, you could explain the story better than I can. What's the address again?
He asked what the address was again. Imagine.
Hi, I have
399
this is county. He called the county instead of you. 399 Beach Street. Go ahead, sir.
in Washington Township. There's a fellow there by the name of Mark Terry going crazy.
Hello?
There's a fellow by the name of Mark Terry who needs medical assistance. I'm sure of it.
And what's the address, sir?
399 Beach Street. His name's Mark Terry.
Mark Terry? And
Correct.
what does he need, sir? What's going on?
He's acting erratic.
Are you there with him at that location, sir?
No, he's there with somebody else.
Okay, and your
With
name?
his wife.
Can't hear you, sir.
Jack Lopez.
And what's your address, Mr. Lopez? Mr. Lopez, your address. Don't hang up, Mr. Lopez. Give me your address, please. Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez hung up. Well, you said I called the police when in fact they called the police, and I'd like an apology for that. Okay? They called the police. I did not call the police. Yeah, it is messed up. The little baby games. These are grown adults. They're all over 50. I mean, Lolly is 67. I'm a loser. You know what, Mark? I live in a beautiful home, Mark, and I work real hard. And I raised 2 daughters, and I put them through school. One through college, one through beauty school. There's no loser here. Not in my home. But there's a loser in your home. You're a man. who doesn't work, who doesn't support his family, who won't get the proper care and attention he needs for his mental illness to make him a better man and a better husband. But that's your life. That's not mine. Well, then stop accusing me of doing it. I'm known to call cops. Well, I call cops when I need cops. So do everybody else. I mean, Carlos is a person who spends 24/7 into everybody's live streams. I don't have the luxury of time. And even if I did have the luxury of time, do you honestly believe I'd be in front of my computer watching YouTube instead of being out and about in beautiful New England and being with my family and friends and traveling? I'd rather do that. Okay, Mark. Well, let's say goodbye now. Please do not come back into my chat any longer, and I will not come into your chat, okay? But if you continue to harass me in any way, shape, or form, then all bets are off. Do you understand that, Mark? Because like Mary said, I'll be like a tick that you won't be able to shake off. You were never going to take me to Europe. You honestly think I would ever go on a plane with you? Are you crazy? Why would you take? I don't let anyone take me anywhere. I go to England to see my father. I go to England. I stay in my dad's house when I go to England. And I'm the one who invites people to my dad's house. Doesn't go the other way around. You are flat broke. You have no money. You're living in a squalid house that doesn't even have lawn. And the steps to the end of your pathway is made out of broken cinder blocks. You're not going anywhere, dude. I would never, ever spend time with a man who chews with his mouth open, talks with his mouth open, and behaves very poorly in a restaurant. He doesn't take into consideration the wait staff, the other diners, and acts a fool. I'm older than most of you, so I have worked very hard on my life. Oh, Carlos, piss off. I honestly believe Carlos is Nick, because this personal attack on me every time I go live is getting old. He really is, Carlos. Go find someone else to bother. It's so sad because normally when I have trolls, they're actually funny and entertaining and they make the stream amazing. But you're never funny. You're just a pain in the ass. You're like one of those little flies that fly around your head that you can't swat, can't get them out of the house. That's what you are, Carlos. Used to call the meat markets and ask if they had chicken legs. Then I would say, you must look funny in shorts. Oh my God. Shut up. Let's talk about the other person who is enjoying harassing me too. I keep saying the same story. I sound like a broken record. German lady, I did not come for you. You came for me. You came out of nowhere, like a bat out of hell. Came after me because I said to whatever his name, Eggstick, that I assumed you were a dude. And ever since then, it's such a personal thing at this point because you haven't gone after anybody else. And for the past 2 years, other people have said that you were a dude. Oh my God, this man definitely needs some Thorazine. You don't have any receipts on anything. You have nothing. Get well. So I'd like to show you some pictures Here we go. I'm going to bring it up now. Okay. There's the infamous face. It is so hard to see that, and you can't see it because the quality is not good, but on my end, I can see the Photoshop here. It's blurred. It's very blurred if you're looking up close. And the Photoshop up here. It's a big blurry spot, like they're trying to hide something. And what they're trying to hide is a cowlick. Here and here, they're trying to hide stubble, beard stubble, which you can clearly see on the chin and here. But there must have been a lot here because it's airbrushed out, not photoshopped, airbrushed out. So when anyone is looking at this up front on their own computer, you could literally see the blurry airbrush here and here. I know that Bombshell also presented that picture, but it's impossible to see on this screen. Now, I don't know what's going on here. When people were saying about a mask, this does look like a mask. Look over here on the neck. Whose neck does that? I mean, what is this? Bizarre neck. Okay, the same facial expression. It's almost like a mugshot or a driver's license picture. You know, she never smiled, and plus she has the exact same eye color as Sneer. Shocking. But it also is very strange because it almost looks like the eye makeup is photoshopped in. You look how unnatural the eye makeup looks. It almost looks like it was photoshopped in. But that is not a woman. Yes, I agree. This person cannot drag somebody for her looks. That's some serial killer shit. Like, I'm confused by this one. This is the most baffling picture I've ever seen. I mean, what's going on here? What is going on with this face? It is just a big balloon. Just a big fat blob. It almost looks like, you know, like I said before, Play-Doh with two pieces of coal for eyes. Yeah, I know I'm a loser. Yeah. That's why you're on here 24/7. Thank you, Muhammad. Muhammad created this little panel of people for me. Thank you, honey. You're the best. But again, this is 5 o'clock shadow underneath that. I think, see, I knew that was Nick. Look, it's Nick. I knew it was Nick. You blow your cover every time. Okay. So this blur, again, if somebody wants these pictures, just let me know. Send them to this way. If you put them up on your computer, you could actually see the Photoshop here and here. I don't know what, but again, like I said, the eye makeup is completely, you know how when you, what is it? It's called, is it a filter? You know, you get the filter so that already has the makeup on, because that just does not look natural. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, but again, look at the neck. A lot of her pictures, the neck is actually photoshopped to look thinner. It looks very unusual. But somebody tell me this is a woman, because that's no woman there. This is definitely Nick. I told Holly it's Nick, and she doesn't believe me, but that's Nick wearing a mask. Do you think this is a mask, Mary? This one in the middle? I don't know. I don't, it looks like a mask, but I don't believe it's a mask. I believe this is, you know, Photoshop filtered or put makeup on it. And even when she goes out and she's on the camera, she doesn't move. Her face doesn't move. There's no facial expressions. Nothing moves on her face. Exactly, Mary. She has never even showed us Germany except for that one day when we know that gentleman went to his grandfather's funeral. So we knew he was in Germany. At no time, and that was months ago, what was that, 3 months ago? At no time is she ever showing us around Germany. Not once. Not even opening the window. Not even walking down the street. She has never shown herself in Germany except for that one time. You think it's a mask too? It's hard. It looks completely weird in this one. This neckline is very peculiar to me. Very peculiar. Hi, Monica. They mock my Photoshop. Do you have secret manager? Right. Well, we could always call his wife right now, see if we can get her on the phone. What do you think? Should we? Let's call her. Okay, I just sent that screenshot to Noodles where it said Mr. T said, Noodles just called and said he got me a wheelchair for after surgery and for me to come back next week he's buying the ticket. His response is, oh my God, which I believe means not true. Then he sent me a text. Mark Terry sent me a text that said, stop. Before you really do piss me off, Linda. Jeez. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you pissed me off first. Exactly. That's what she had plenty of opportunities to show Germany, any part of Germany, in the past 3 months, and she chose not to. She attacked all of us. She, in the most vicious and vile way, because German lady has some sort of mental illness herself. I know, right, Magda? Mark might sing. My God, it's like a dying dog when he sings. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It looks like they had face work done. It really. I mean, imagine what they looked like before then, because that is not an attractive woman. Now, is it possible we can take up those 3 pictures that you have, Magda, with the pictures of Sneer and the picture of her, just to show us them all together? Is it possible if we can get them all together, all of the pictures? Sherman didn't remove her mask. And by the way, German lady, aka Sneer, I did follow up with immigration. Because if you're going to make threats that you're going to pay somebody to beat me up, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to know that. All right there? Yeah, that's right. Okay. You want me to send it to you again? I could send it again. Let me see. Oh my God. I just saw that, Shar. What is wrong with that guy? Why is he doing that? Hoozer's gone out of his mind. He's lost his mind. Okay, I sent it to you in the Twitter. You put all those pictures up, that would be awesome. And then it's a shame that we don't have the audio of German Lady, the audio, because Sneer has removed all of his videos. If that's not guilt, I don't know what it is. All of his videos are gone. Yeah, exactly. You need to make those calls, Char. Right. We don't care if German Lady is a guy or a girl. That's not even the point. It's the abuse. It's how abusive and vicious this person is. Take down the screen. Okay. I'm waiting for Noodles to answer me. I'm going to let him know. He better have some sort of insurance, because if he does sue him, he's going to be screwed. Why is he doing that, Shar? Because she doesn't have anything else. Oh, and she wants to spread this rumor, which is ridiculous. Here's the rumor. Because of my medical condition, I haven't had sex in 2 years. Okay, first of all, are you in my home? Are you in my bedroom? You don't know anything about my personal life. who I associate with outside of YouTube. You don't know who I'm dating, who I'm seeing. You don't even know if I got married and just didn't tell anybody. So who are you to tell me if I had sex or not? And you didn't get it from a credible source because the only people I speak to are Magda and Shar. And I don't discuss sex with Magda or Shar. I don't discuss my personal life like that with them. Yeah, it's been 10,000 years since I had sex. And nobody cares whether I had sex or not. Why? I mean, who cares? I'm an independent woman. I can do anything I want. I'm an empty nester. I'm a free spirit. We have to, all right, listen, everybody, listen very carefully. We have to now go and flag this video if he's talking about an underage child. Okay? Let's all go. Where's the video? Put the link in here. I'll stay live, but we need to all flag it because that's disgusting. He has her name in the title. He has her name in the title of these videos, her underage daughter. I Hate Ruby Part 1, 2, it's called. That is vile and disgusting. If you just hit the little, is it a flag? Report, the little flag, and report it. As child abuse. And just say, speaking about a teenage girl who is not on YouTube, and then hit report. And if everybody does it, it'll be flagged. I just did it now. I'm going to do 1 and 2 because that is just disgusting. This boy is vile and disgusting. And then report the other one. Okay. One went. I'd be really grateful if you helped out by doing that because that's not right. Can you imagine if that was your child and he put her name in the title of both and says, I hate her? That is awful. Yes, please. I mean, I know it's not right to ask people to mask flag, but this is a reason to do it. This is a reason to do it. That is disgusting. Her daughter's innocent. She has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this at all. Okay, are you ready, Secret Manager? Oh, I see you're, okay. I'll wait till you're ready. Oh, look at you. You're good. Secret Manager. You're good at this. Secret Manager's putting all the pictures together. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, I'll wait for her to be ready. I forgot something? Uh-oh. Muhammad said I forgot something. Yeah, I know. The doxing doesn't work anymore. Cruiser Reacts channel. Should I put the link in? Okay, you're ready. Okay. All right. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, you can clearly see it's the same person. Come on. This is when he has a beard. But my God, that is the same. It doesn't make any difference how much makeup you have. That is that person. It's basically age progression right here because he does have a beard. But if he shaved, you could see the stubble. Now, I don't know if you can see it on your end, but I could see it even on my screen. The blurriness here, the Photoshop dot, or whatever it's called. Okay, let me see if I can find Yeah, of course it's definitely a but let me see if I can find the here it is. The link for this idiot's channel. Here it is. Here's this idiot's channel. Oh my God, gorgeous. I mean, if you saw his other pictures, wow, he's such a handsome man, but he's messed up. I'll send it to you on Instagram. What kind of, it's an Israeli name. That's Israeli. But you know that's the same person. Nobody convinced me otherwise. But can we just talk about this picture in the middle here? I mean, come on. What is going on with that? What is going on with that picture? What is that face? Girl, you need to stop eating the Twinkies. Quit eating the Twinkies. And you don't have Elmer's glue in Germany. The fact that you would even know what Elmer's glue is baffles me. How would somebody from Germany know what Elmer's glue is? Right. He did live in Germany and he was on his way to his oh yeah, I could call the wife actually. Let's get the wife on the phone. Hold on. See if she answers. I feel nervous. Ooh. Why isn't it ringing?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Damn. Damn. I'll get her one day. I'll get it on recording. She keeps saying you're a beast. She doesn't. Nobody knows what you look like. That's what she says. The same thing about Magda. Says all this crap. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know. German lady says I don't work. Really, lady? How do you think I support myself if I don't work? I'm not a loser like you, German lady. Have a good night. You too, Uni. That's right. That last name doesn't exist. So there you go. That's my rant. I'm done with my rant. That's all I wanted to say. So good try, German lady, trying to pay somebody to come and beat me up. You know, you are so ridiculous. First of all, you won't be able to find me because nobody knows where I live in Boston, and the house is sold in Portsmouth. So good luck with that. You're ridiculous. I'm not afraid of you. You're so ridiculous. But keep poking at me, because I can uncover things. Thank you guys for coming in and talking to me and keeping me company. I really appreciate it. So it's nice to see people that are decent and nice. Have a good night. I love you all. Must go though. I'm so tired. Bye.